In 2014, the future of Pixar was revealed, and one of the movies that got confirmed was Incredibles 2, originally set for a 2019 release date, and Toy Story 4 was going to be released in 2018, but since Toy Story 4, to this day, is still going through many script changes, Incredibles 2 was pushed ahead 1 year, and because of this, the main villain, the Screenslaver, was a late addition to the film. When Incredibles 2 was first announced in 2014, I thought that it would lack what made the original movie so good, but it would still be enjoyable. But when the first official trailer was shown during the 2018 Winter Olympics, I started to change my mind about that statement. As more and more was shown off of the movie, the more and more I felt like it could be the same quality as the first movie. So now that I have seen Incredibles 2, was I right, or were my worries back in 2014 a reality? Well, let's find out. And if you have not seen the movie yet, this review does not contain spoilers. First of all, I find the plot of this movie just as good as the first one, and I find it hard to say which one I like more. One concern that I had about this movie when the trailers were shown was that it would be like Cars 3, where it's the same movie as Cars 1, but I don't think so with this movie. This movie is kind of a role reversal of the first movie, but I feel as if unlike Cars 3, that is justified. I feel this way because this movie made me realize that that's the point of The Incredibles as a franchise. It's about being a family that's reconnecting to a superhero lifestyle. And while Mr. Incredible was the lead role of such in the first movie, now it's Mrs. Incredible's turn. And that is one thing that I love about this movie, which is that while Mr. Incredible was the main focus of the first movie, in The Incredibles 2, I feel as if everyone is the main focus. So in a way, this movie managed to pull off the same thing that Avengers Infinity War did, which is that you have a lot of characters with their own things going on, but the narrative still manages to be consistent. I also love how they gave Mrs. Incredible more screen time, because she has always been my favorite of all of the Incredibles. Without spoiling anything, when the Screenslaver was first announced, I thought that he would be a generic villain, and that this would be something that would hold the movie down. But I was very surprised with what they did with the character, and the motivation that he had. Since this is a short review, I'll say one more thing and be done, which is that I love Jack in this movie. I loved seeing everybody react to his powers for the first time, and I loved the interaction that he had with Edna Mode, which that was one of my favorite things about the movie. There were a lot of rumors that Incredibles 2 was going to take place 15 years after the first movie, and that Jack was going to be the villain, and I am so happy that didn't happen. Because not only does that idea sound boring and predictable, but I like Jack as a baby. Overall, I'll give this movie an A. So that's going to be it for this mini review. I know that this was pretty much just positive things, but that's because I don't really have many negative things to say about this movie. I'm not a negative person, so when I watch a TV show or play a game, I try not to think about the negatives. And also because this is spoiler free. But if you want to see something that's more in-depth, you could check out my Toy Story 4 video or any of my game reviews. Feel free to comment on the video, but don't spoil the movie, otherwise you're getting banned, and keep your comments family friendly. In 2014, the picture of Pixar was revealed.